Balanced Talk on the hot seat on Q95, the big station.
As usual, Monday morning. Very busy morning. I just heard of another gunshot. Another one shot dead. In Wesley, this individual, from reports from Portsmouth, and was shot in the Wesley area about 1 o'clock this morning. Something really has to happen. Every week seems to be another gunshot here, there, and everywhere. But tonight, on the Global View on Q, another big program. Some major issues being brought under the microscope. Mr. Sheridan Gregoire is the host. Good morning to you, Mr. G. Another Global View tonight, the big one. Yes, good morning.
Another Global View tomorrow night, Matt.
Today's show. My bad. It's I just thought it was Tuesday tonight. Tomorrow night, yes.
Well, you're thinking ahead because I guess today is your son's birthday.
Yes, maybe that.
Yes, he's what, 22 today?
22 today, yeah. 22 today, yes.
Yeah, well, at 22, you feel on top of the world, right?
Or you feel a little older that you have a son at 22.
That's correct. Well, a very happy birthday to him. I hope he's listening. So, Matt, this Tuesday night, it is our 46th Global View on Q show for 2025, and we continue to engage with our local, regional, and global Q family listeners and friends of Dominica at home and abroad. My co-host is Justice Dr. Irving Andre, and our guests are former Dominica UN Ambassador Crispin Gregoire, social scientist Simeon Joseph, Attorney Gabriel Christian, and former CSA General Secretary Alvin Thomas. We will engage in a no-holds-barred review of lessons to be learned from the recent St. Vincent and the Grenadines general election and ask, where do we in Dominica go from here? Amid missed opportunities for Dominicans in agriculture, agribusiness, manufacturing, tourism, foreign relations, modern healthcare, state-of-the-art education, and other fields in preparation for this era of knowledge industries. And here are some issues and questions. Have Vincentian voters struck a blow to leadership of entitlement? Have they rejected dynastic democracy in their country? Have they demonstrated that power lies in the people rather than in their leaders? Has St. Vincent and the Grenadines set the tone for conducting truly free and fair elections? Has St. Vincent become a beacon for its island neighbors like Dominica? Have the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines demonstrated that after a regime has been in office for 25 years, it is time to make a change, no matter what? And are we bearing witness to the rise and fall of tin pot dictatorships in the Eastern Caribbean, where plans for personal enrichment are paramount? As I always say, thinking forward towards 2028 or to Dominica's 50th anniversary of independence, what are the people's expectations for their own well-being? Are they satisfied with their current conditions and lack of economic and social progress? What are they doing about that? We look forward to the suggestions of our panel, Justice Dr. Irving Andre, former Dominica UN Ambassador Crispin Gregoire, social scientist Simeon Joseph, Attorney Gabriel Christian, former CSA General Secretary Alvin Thomas, and our listeners, callers, and viewers on Facebook and on YouTube on our no-holds-barred review of lessons to be learned from the recent St. Vincent and the Grenadines general election and ask, where do we in Dominica go from here amid missed opportunities for Dominicans in agriculture, agribusiness, manufacturing, tourism, foreign relations, modern healthcare, state-of-the-art and education and other fields in preparation for this era of knowledge industries. So tune in to the Global View on Q Tuesday night, 8 p.m. so much more.
Thank you, Mr. G. Tune in tomorrow night. Yes, for Global View on Q. Thank you again. Big program tomorrow, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Stick around. Stick around.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95. The latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind the scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95. The big station.
I know you're eager to find out what's going on around Dominique and the region. Just want to tell you, today is election day in St. Lucia. Is the wind of change blowing there in the Caribbean? Guess we'll find out at the end of the day. Today, election day. The atmosphere from all reports tense in St. Lucia. But we have another very important stop to make this morning with our friends from Fine Foods. I think we're going to have a bright Christmas there. Compliments Fine Foods. They'll tell us all about that and more when we come back, okay?
Unwrap the magic of Christmas with Beef. Buy $15 in any Beef products for your chance to win a $1,500 Do It Center shopping spree. To enter, just write your name and contact number on the back of your receipt and drop it in entry boxes provided, or WhatsApp a photo of your receipt and contact number to 616-8810. But hurry, entries close on December 19th. Unwrap the magic of Christmas with Beef for a happy, healthy home. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica, and yet we deliver. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. 255-6810 or 316-0164, or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc. The biggest distributor for the meat. Like orange and lemon lime. That's the yeah. We love the vine. Refreshing every day, all night. Joy flavor.
Distributed by Fine Foods Inc., the biggest distributor for the biggest brands.
Time to tell.
These are some of the reasons why people believe in Blue Water's alkaline water.
It's the perfect thirst quencher, soothing for after reflux.
It actually helps me sleep better at night.
When it comes to keeping my skin clear and my complexion smooth, nothing beats Blue Water's alkaline water.
We love to hear how you alkalify yourself. So keep going to our Blue Waters Facebook page and tell us why you believe in Blue Waters alkaline water.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods Inc., available island-wide.
Honey, did you get the glow spread and mellow cream?
A little help with the bags would be nice.
Shortly, but I need the glow spread to finish the icing for Christine's birthday cake and mellow cream to add to the soup and gravy.
No.
No?
No, I didn't get just one. I got two of each.
Aw, honey, that's just why I married you.
Spread the love with Mellow Cream and Glow Spread. They're vegan-friendly, lactose, and gluten-free. Found in all leading supermarkets nationwide.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Spread the love. Spread the Lord. Two beautiful ladies in the studios there to spread the love of Fine Foods. I hope, of course, we get the 12 days of Christmas as well, huh? Good morning to you, ladies. Good morning. How you doing? I see your husband taking a note. So there's a lot to say this morning. a green notebook. That's green is for hope. So let's find out what's going on there. Good morning, ladies. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Matt. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to the listeners of the big
Are you
station.
cold? I see you wrapping up your hands. Are you cold?
Yes, Matt. It's cold in here. I don't know if it's because it's Christmas.
I brought it down a bit there. So
All right, thank
I have
you.
some hot chocolate.
Ooh, I hope it's Ovaltine, right? Good morning to the listeners of the big station. Good morning to our staff down at Fine Foods in Jimmet, our general manager. Pick up yourself, Sharon. Good morning to Antoine, our marketing manager. Good morning to the sales guys who are already on the streets. Of course, we need to, hit the ground running very, very early because we know our customers are waiting for us to bring all the good stuff to them. It is a wonderful day. Today is Monday, December 1st. And of course, Christmas is in the air. And the Fine Foods Inc. in true grand and style and fashion, Fine Foods Inc., we bring you the best, the biggest promotions all year round. We have, Easter, summer, and Christmas is no different. But we will tell you a lot more about that in a little bit. I just want to say good morning to my co-host. Good morning, Rosamond.
Good morning to you, Sabrina. Good morning to everyone in Radio Land. We are excited to be here. So, as Sabrina mentioned, let's know what we have at Fine Foods Inc. Distribution. Of course, this year we are unwrapping the magic of Christmas, and we have over $20,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs. So, Matt, we are doing it bigger this Christmas. Summer was grand. We are exploding for the Christmas, and we are just giving back to our customers. That's what we do. We are not only looking for you to buy from us, but we are giving back to you always year round, January to December.
That's very important.
Yes, it is.
We have to show appreciation to who keeps us afloat.
That's it. Keep it
And
going.
you know what makes us happy, Matt, is whenever we are on the road, the customers come up to us. What all you have?
Yes. Because they know we always have something for them, so they look forward to it. So once they know, a season is coming up, what Fine Foods have us this year?
Because
they expect that.
Yes, they expect that. We are always on the ground. We are always giving. We are always, it has to be a relationship,
Of
between
course.
you and your customer. It cannot die at the point where they come and buy and that's it. No, we have to have a relationship because that's what keeps a business alive.
And you have a warm relationship with the people on the
Right,
ground. Yeah?
Definitely.
You love Fine Foods.
Yes, everybody loves Fine Foods. So it's the Christmas season, and we are here just to tell our customers what you need to get to make your Christmas season one in a lifetime. Right, Sabrina?
Yes.
So we have all the products that you need. I know it is cold. We spoke about Ovaltine. And if you are not aware, Fine Foods Inc. is the distributor for the Ovaltine chocolate that we love so much with all little marshmallows. I watching Sabrina because she likes it.
So we'll have to get a bottle of Ovaltine here. So every time you guys get
You'll
come
make
here,
some for us?
I'll make some for you.
Boy, that would be great.
That's
That
right.
would be great because when
Just
we
provide the Ovaltine.
all right, and you'll provide the rest.
I'll provide the
Okay,
rest.
so we have a deal, and of course you can get those sizes if you have a large family. The 800-gram tin, you can get the 400-gram pouch, and we also have a new addition to the line, the 150-gram pouch. So we have the smaller ones. You also have the sachet if you're at your desk and you just want to have a cup of Ovaltine. We have the sachet, the 18-gram sachet just for you. So you can share the cup, drink half, give your cold half, but it's a just for you. And you can get all of that from Fine Foods Inc. Distribution or retail stores. If you want to have a power breakfast, you need to have something to go with your Ovaltine. Put a little distinction milk in that. Sabi?
That's right.
You have the perfect combination there.
That's
Yes,
right.
yes.
And one thing I like to say about our distinction milk is that it is cow's. The reason why it is so thick, some people say, boy, that thick, because it is cow's
Very,
milk.
very creamy and rich.
Yes. It is cow's milk. So we have that in two sizes. We have the bigger tin and we have the smaller 170-gram tin for if you're doing the just for me tea. So we have that available
There's a
for
company
you.
called Just for Me Tea.
Yes,
Or
just
for you?
for me tea.
Only
Just
for you.
For me alone. Don't come and watch my cup. It's for me. I might share with you, but
Might.
bear
Strong
in
might.
mind, it's just for me.
The operative word is might.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, might.
Okay.
And if you want to add something to that to give you that extra boost, we have Heinz baked beans, the magic beans, as I like to say. And that as well is available in two sizes. We have the larger tin that you can share, the smaller tin just for me. And I want to share something with our listeners. You know, you can do a Heinz baked bean sandwich. Yes, you put in that in your bread, just the baked beans, and put it in your bread, and you have a sandwich. And trust me, as we like to put it locally, Matt, that going down, boy. You will enjoy that.
Especially talking from experience there.
Yes, boy, that going down. I can tell you, it going down well. And you can enjoy all of that. Your
I can
power
see somebody
breakfast.
trying that this morning.
They should trust me, and then you meet me and say, "Rosamond, for sure it was going down way." Trust me, it did.
Just
And
the big beans.
just the baked beans in your bread, and there you go, your Heinz sandwich, and it will give you the energy that you need. Because you know, at Fine Foods, the products we bring in, they are quality products. Our Ovaltine is packed with nutrition, and it's nutritious. It has vitamins and minerals. Our Heinz baked beans, the same, and of course, Sabrina's favorite. You can add a little Libby's Vienna sausage.
Yes, you can. You can cut up a little bit of Libby's Vienna sausage, just the plain chicken, or pork and chicken, or the barbecue chicken.
That's a power breakfast you have.
It is.
Correct.
It is. You have to
Correct.
keep afloat for the entire day.
Mhm.
Again, it's Monday.
Mhm.
A lot of times, you know, Mondays are usually packed for a lot of people. So you need your power breakfast to keep you going throughout the day.
That's right. And you know, there you go. I know some people like to do their big Christmas spread. So we just gave you, you know, some amazing products that you can use for that Christmas spread. For, you know, you have family coming over for the Christmas, you have friends, the Sewinal. I know we like to do the Sewinal mat. Come and sing over la pota. Tape a kamouye mwen. So you have amazing products that you can use to make that Christmas spread.
You can give us a sample. You know?
Of course, I can. Not right now. No.
Actually, I'm getting excited there.
So you can get these products. So if you want to make your Johnny cake, or as you locally call it, bakes, we have your ECGC flour available for you in 50 pound and 25 pound sizes, the bags. So you can make all the favorite bakes, put a little codfish in that. We have that available as well. Or little herring, smoked herring. We have that for you as well at Fine Foods Inc. distribution. So you can get that anywhere, by the way, not just in Jimmy's. I mean, if you're buying in bulk, definitely in Jimmy's or at our retail store, Cash and Carry. You can get the retailers at Fresh Market, Best Price, Island Wide, North, South, East, or West. And these products I mentioned are just a few products, Matt.
Some people might not even be aware where your
Distribution center.
Can you explain what that is?
Of course. So a distribution center is where you get the sizes, you know, the full case sizes of products that you need for the home. You can get it for your restaurant, your bars, the shops, the supermarkets. So if you're looking to buy in bulk, I know some of us like to save our money and say, you know, if I buy one, I might spend more. So I buy in bulk for my home. You can get your products at our distribution center in Jimmy's. If you are not sure where that is, guys, you just take a drive down to Jimmy's. When you get to the Belfast area, you look for our sign. We have a beautiful sign right there, and that sign has a lot of our amazing products on it. So you just look for it. There's an arrow pointing to the right. If you know where Petro Caribe is, definitely you will get
east.
to. Correct. So it's just a little above Petro Caribe, and that's where we are. You do not have to worry about parking, by the way, guys. Whether you're coming in for a truck, if you come in, guys, the escalator, guys, you want to buy your little groceries in bulk, we have parking for you. So you can take a drive down to Jimmy's and get all the amazing products I mentioned. And Sabrina, one more thing. I know we are baking and soaking our fruits for our fruit cake. I have to mention that we have our
cherry brandy.
Correct.
So we have our Fernandez cherry brandy, which is very, very good for soaking your fruits. I
Mhm.
know a lot of people are shopping right now for their fruits and products to make those amazing fruit cakes. So, guys, we have the cherry brandies available. And something that I learned quite recently, that you can also add our vibes, our straight vibes rum as well. So you can use that to soak your rums. You can use that as well to pour onto your fruitcake after they are baked and ready.
I suspect you're gonna try that.
Of
You
course,
should.
of course. I mean, some of us like our fruitcake strong, man. So if you want that extra flavor, you want that extra oomph to your cake, you need to add those products to it. And of course, to make those scrumptious pastries and everything that you need for your Christmas, you can also not forget your Roberts margarine, your Roberts glow spread, which is very, very important, your Velvocaris, your mellow cream, and your garlic spread for when you're adding that extra taste. So if you know you want to add your garlic bread, you want to make some garlic shrimp, whatever it is that you use garlic butter for, get your Roberts products for that.
Let's take a break. We'll come right back, Dominica. We're here with Fine Foods.
Like orange and lemon lime. There's yeah. We love the vibe. Refreshing every day, all night. Forget you. No, till me. Joy flavor.
Distributed by Fine Foods Inc., the biggest distributor for the biggest brands.
Time to tell.
Unwrap the magic of Christmas with Beep. Buy $15 in any Beep products for your chance to win a $1,500 Do It Center shopping spree. To enter, just write your name and contact number on the back of your receipt and drop it in entry boxes provided, or WhatsApp a photo of your receipt and contact number to 616-8810. But hurry, entries close on December 19th. Unwrap the magic of Christmas with Beep for a happy, healthy home. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica, and yet we deliver. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. At 255-6810 or 316-0164, or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc., the biggest distributor. These are some of the reasons why people believe in Blue Water's alkaline water.
It's the perfect thirst quencher, soothing for after reflux.
It actually helps me sleep better at night.
When it comes to keeping my skin clear and my complexion smooth, nothing beats Blue Water's alkaline water.
We love to hear how you alkify yourself. So keep going to our Blue Waters Facebook page and tell us why you believe in Blue Waters alkaline water.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods Inc., available island-wide.
Honey, did you get the glow spread and mellow cream?
A little help with the bags would be nice.
Shortly, but I need the glow spread to finish the icing for Christine's birthday cake and mellow cream to add to the soup and gravy.
No.
No?
No, I didn't get just one. I got two of each.
Aw, honey, that's just why I married you.
Spread the love with Mellow Cream and Glow Spread. They're vegan-friendly, lactose, and gluten-free. Found in all leading supermarkets nationwide.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Back to you. You don't want to hear the conversation we've been having there at the back of the laugh. Good morning. Back to you. Tell us what's going on.
All right. So as I mentioned before, guys, this year we are unwrapping the magic of Christmas at Fine Foods, and we have amazing, amazing promotions going on. And we just started our promotions like last week, Sabrina.
Yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks, and
Yes.
let me just say that the amount of people who have already taken advantage of our offers, it is just amazing.
Yes.
Because we have been passing empty boxes, pass back full again. So we have some amazing promotions going on, and we are going to tell you about it. I just want to make mention, that the kids are excited, and that's what warms my heart, because our Frito-Lay brand, we have an amazing promotion. I'm excited. Sabrina fees. We have up for grabs this year a PlayStation 5. Yes, if you buy any one of our large Frito-Lay snacks, that is our Funyuns, our Doritos, or our Ruffles, then you get a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or $500 cash. Now, guys, one thing I want to mention is please remember to write your name and your number clearly on your receipt, because sometimes when we are pulling those names, we have to be giving people names that are not their names because it's not clearly written. So write your name and your number on your receipt and put it in the box provided at the locations island wide, and just like that you get a chance to win a PS5 or $500 cash. And it doesn't only stop here, guys. We have 5 promotions. We also have a promotion on our soft weave paper towel as well as our napkins. And the paper towel, for that part, you have to purchase the one with the Christmas wrapping. So bear that in mind. You might want to grab a pen to write down those information because it's very important. You pick up the paper towel, the soft weave paper towel with the Christmas wrapping, or the napkins, the single pack or the 2-pack, and you write your name again, put in the box provided, and you get a chance to win 12 amazing prizes. You can win Do It Center vouchers, you can win Best Price vouchers, you can win ham, you can win cash, you can win a flat screen TV. We have a lot, 12 prizes up for grabs in our Soft Weaver promotion. And of course, for the drinkers, the guys, I know it's Christmas time. Ladies drink too. We're not leaving you out. Everybody drinks. But I know the guys like to say, guys, so let me pick up a bottle. If you're picking up a bottle, pick up an Angostura rum. And if you take part in our promotion, you get a chance to win $1,000 Laja Shesh or $250 cash. Right, Sabrina?
Yes, and with that, our House of Angostura drinks include White Oak, Black Label, Single Barrel, Tambu, Spice Rum. Those are beverages that you know and love. And for Christmas, we want to stock up on our drinks. Thank you, Matt. We want to stock up on our drinks. And, we have visitors, we have family coming in. Buy those drinks and take a chance. You may get a chance to win that $1,000 cash or $250. And we have a promotion on our BIP. Of course, we cannot leave out our BIP. So you unwrap the magic of Christmas with BIP by purchasing $15 or more in BIP products, and you get a chance to win $1,500 shopping spree at Do It Center. So by just spending a minimum of $15, you get a chance to win a $1,500 shopping voucher at Do It Center. And I mean, that's the reason why our boxes getting filled really, really quickly, because those prices are very, very amazing. Who doesn't want a PlayStation 5 for their kid for Christmas? I mean, a Do It Center, $1,500 Do It Center. Amazing prices like smart TVs, cash, shopping vouchers, ham, turkeys, and we're not forgetting our Roberts. We have a promotion on our Roberts products, and that includes Velvo Crease, Glow Spread, Sunflower, olive oil, and our garlic spread. You can win a kitchen makeover when you make that purchase, or you win a catering package. Guys, these are amazing prizes. So just think of it. You buy a sunflower butter, and those are things that you buy all the time. So when you make those purchases, don't forget to drop your receipt in the boxes provided at our participating locations to gain entry into the promotion and to win one of those amazing prizes.
That's right. And guys, these promotions they go on until the 19th of December. So you have some more time to take part. 18 more days. Buy. Remember, the more you buy, the higher your chances of winning. And of course, to complement our promotions, we will be doing some pop-ups at retailers island-wide. So you can just stay tuned to our social media pages. We'll be letting you know where we will be tomorrow. For the whole week, we are on the road doing our in-store pushes. So you can take part in the promotion and walk away with an instant prize when you do so. So we will be letting you know where we will be going this week on our social media pages. That means if you're not yet following us, you need to do so. And Sabrina is going to tell you how you can do that.
Yes, so you can follow us on Facebook, Fine Foods Jimit, or on Instagram, Fine Foods Dominica, and of course our Fine Foods beverage pages on Facebook as well. You can give us a call if you need to make any purchases in bulk. You give us a call at
316-0164, or you can reach our direct line 255-6810. Again, 316-0164 or 255-6810. And let me just give you an invitation to our grand in-store push this Friday, happening at Best Price from 3 to 5. We will be in store unwrapping the magic of Christmas, giving away prizes, so you can come on down, get yourself in the draw for the PS5, get yourself in the draw for the Softwave. You can get ham, you can get money, get yourself in the draw for the Beep, the Angostura, as well as the Roberts. So we'll be doing a grand pop-up this Friday from 3 to 5 at Best Price.
Right. So, Matt, it was a great Monday. Again, it's always amazing being in the presence of the great Matt Peltier. But so sad to say that we have to leave. But guys, just don't forget that.
You'll be back.
Of course, most definitely. We have to, keep reminding
So
our
you'll be
customers.
back next Monday?
Next Monday? Maybe not so soon, but we'll let
You don't
know.
want to see me that soon, okay? I understand.
No.
All right. But you're always welcome. Always welcome.
Right.
Say hi to the rest of the staff down there in Jimmy. Okay?
We'll do, Matt. Have a good day. Bye, guys.
Have a great one. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye
But like orange and lemon lime, that bitters, yeah. We love the vine, refreshing every day, all night. Forget your if you're gone till me. You're a till. Joy flavor.
Distributed by Fine Foods Inc., the biggest distributor for the biggest brands.
Time to tell.
Unwrap the magic of Christmas with Beep. Buy $15 in any Beep products for your chance to win a $1,500 Good Center shopping spree. To enter, just write your name and contact number on the back of your receipt and drop it in entry boxes provided, or WhatsApp a photo of your receipt and contact number to 616-8810. But hurry, entries close on December 19th. Unwrap magic of Christmas with Beep for a happy, healthy home. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your fave drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica, and yet we deliver fast. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. at 255-6810 or 316-0164. Or drop by our Jimmet location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc. The biggest distributor. The reasons why people believe in Blue Water's alkaline water.
It's the perfect thirst quencher, soothing for after reflux.
It actually helps me sleep better at night.
When it comes to keeping my skin clear and my complexion smooth, nothing beats Blue Water's alkaline water.
We love to hear how you alkify yourself. So keep going to our Blue Waters Facebook page and tell us why you believe in Blue Waters alkaline water.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods Inc. Available island-wide.
Honey, did you get the glow spread and mellow cream?
A little help with the bags would be nice.
Shortly, but I need the glow spread to finish the icing for Christine's birthday cake and mellow cream to add to the soup and gravy.
No.
No?
No, I didn't get just one. I got two of each.
Aw, honey, that's just why I married you.
Spread the love with Mellow Cream and Glow Spread. They're vegan-friendly, lactose, and gluten-free. Found in all leading supermarkets nationwide.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
So much bad boys. Sting the Jonesy wave. And sting the James. Sting the Ringo team. Something to say about this.
Dominique, I want to ask you a very serious question this morning. How is it we're going to stop this gun violence? Another young man gone down again? Are you not concerned about the level of violence?
With so much shooting and killing nowadays.
What is it you think has to be done to quell this violence in this country?
Criminals have guns for their aggression. Shopkeepers have guns for
The young men are turning guns against each other.
We've been living in cowboy days.
And I must confess, it's not only the job of the police.
Amongst small children, where do we place the blame?
Innocent people pay.
Get stabbed and kill a school friend. From him said he raised his friends to get Jackie Chan will be
I want to ask yourself a question. What can I do?
everywhere. A shooting and killing.
Everywhere.
Everybody have guns in spirit. But tonight is all that talking. Must still have
What has happened to our young people, Dominica? What has happened to the young people?
But not the bang, bang, bang. In Westleaf,
See? It's like the song is speaking, you know.
And baby body. Gunslinging crisis. I don't want to get a gun. I don't want to shoot no one. I'm joining this lawlessness.
When will it stop? When will it stop? It should be concerned, you know. Who's next? Guns and violence. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, please. How you doing? How you doing, Mom?
I'm doing fine.
Yes.
I'm concerned too.
You're
But
concerned.
the trouble is that it is not the job of the policemen at all. It is all of us trouble. Because you see, our land has turned away from God. And immorality has gone out through the window. People stop seeking God. People stop living the mothers, fathers, doesn't live the life. People are chasing after the wind, which is people are chasing after money. Return back unto God. And he said that in the 2 Chronicles chapter 7:14 said that. Everybody knows it. I don't have to quote it every time. I give the portion of scripture. If we do that, especially Christians on a whole, Christians, it is obligated to Christians on a whole. Speak. And he said, if we do the thing that is right and we turn from a wicked way, then he'll heal the land. And he has it continue when you see blood flowing in a land. God is angry, and he said, since it's blood flowing in the land is in trouble. So it's not the prime minister, it's not the secretary, it's not the this, it's not the that. All of us, we have to turn back to God. What is happening in our land? We have a form of godliness, and we know God. We sing, we do everything. But when it comes to have a relationship with God, it's not there. And anytime you see a land in those kind of chaotic things, action, see all those things there, God is not in it. So that is what we see. All of us, I am not the policemen, they have to do their job, but how much can they do? Look, they take guns and still people still continue. So that means the youth on them. The Bible tells in the 2 Judges chapter 2 verse 30, there arose a generation that does not know God. Thank you very much. Good morning.
You think God is the answer? Someone says we need to give priority to people's development. I'm really, really concerned, you know, really, really concerned. And it's not the job of just the police. Somebody says change the laws of the land, the legal system, pure rubbish operation. I mean, we heard of our Operation Clean Sweep, and there's still guns out there. Hello, talk to me. You know? Yes.
Hi, morning, Matt. How are you?
Morning to you. Morning. How you doing?
Matt,
Yes.
I'm going to go back to the previous shooting that happened when the mother, what the statement of the mother. I'm not going to repeat it, what she said. We all knew what she said. And then when we are thinking like that, number one, what do we expect? Because we hear adults, especially somebody, we hear adults say, we will do him back. Oh, don't worry, you'll get to that coming for you. Not we hear that all the time from the person's either the victim or the friends or whatever. Another thing, friends do in friends. You kill my friend, I kill your friend. That is what I see that's going on there. Because that thing in Portsmouth is getting really out of hand. You kill my friend, you kill my brother.
As a matter of fact, I'm hearing there this morning that this young man who was shot is from Portsmouth, and the one who was shot in Wesley this morning. So he's a family member of the one that was shot in Portsmouth.
Right. Matt, so that's what I'm telling you. You kill my friend, I kill your friend. You kill my brother, I kill your brother. You kill my gang member, I kill your gang member. And the young people are not even listening to us, the adults, now having that conversation. You understand me? We try to figure out what to do about them, but they're not listening. They're not even paying attention to what you're saying. So one other thing we can do option is this.
Well, but the question is, I'm of course, I'm listening to you, but I'm saying, what is it we have to do to get them to listen?
Well, go down on the ground and talk to them. We know Portsmouth is the hot spot. Let us go down to Portsmouth in the area. We all know the areas where we have to go. We go down to Portsmouth and we see what is the thing. We try to mediate as to what is going on. But when the young people have vengeance in their head, Matt, it is very difficult to take it out because at the end of the day, you killed my brother. You understand where I'm coming from. So we have to actually go down. Forgiveness is very, very difficult, and that is the issue. That is the word, forgiveness. Are we willing to forgive and let go? And I don't think so. We're not ready for that yet. So we have to meet the young people on the ground, in Portsmouth, in Granby, in Silver Lake. We have to actually go down, and we, the parents, have to change our mindset as to when something happens to one of our family members. We don't preach revenge. And if we continue to preach revenge, then that is what is going to happen. And as to how we don't preach revenge, Matt, it is a very difficult thing to do because I mean, it's your brother. You understand where I'm coming from? It's your sister. You want something done. But at the end of the day, who is willing to forgive and let go and let by? That is the other thing. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. Yes, so we need solutions. As other people, somebody saying that, Matt. Yes, Matt. Wow. It's time we took the call, or the time we took the call to the RSS, we should have taken care of ourselves to Parliament to pass draconian laws. Stray bullets can kill in every community there is guns. Bro, the law needs to set an example. Set an example? So, something has to be done. Something has to be. You cannot wake up every week and the young man gone down. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Hi, good morning, Matt. How you doing?
Morning to you.
Matt, I watching my father's a motorbike accident. A person, how the guy in the motorbike in one spot and he.
Everybody thought so. Everybody thought so.
That's what I thought because, oh my God, that's so gruesome. Matt, a couple of years ago, there was some situation in Wesley, right? Can you remember that?
I remember that, yes.
How did they solve that problem there? Can that be happen in different locations, in hotspots in Dominica again? Can they get that same person or persons to do that same thing, Matt? Pay the person to come down here to work with whoever, to work with whoever they have to work with to help that problem solved. I think the same way the person helping Wesley, they can also help with other hotspots in.
You know, one of the prime persons who helped with that problem was Tiani. Remember Tiani?
Tiani, yes, and that man, and that other man.
The other man from Mr. Seja from Trafalgar. Yes, they put it together.
Get them to, but I don't know, Matt. Well, something going on, and by one way or the other, it should stop. St. Lucia and Dominica on neck and running loggerhead. But St. Lucia.
What about Blue? Somebody is recommending that the authorities must stop the relentless smoking of drugs in the country. Only then we will see, other issues being solved. So a lot of people are saying all the marijuana we see smoking people are legal, and that may be a contributing factor as well.
Matt, what is the government that give them that Matt? The government that did it. So the government has to try to stop it. The government that did it. When the Prime Minister and his wife, they went to Parliament and they passed their law for their 2 ounces or their 2 whatever they passed. And that is what is happening. And the people not only taking the marijuana alone, it looked like the marijuana being mixed with other drugs. So, all of us high. Our Prime Minister and his wife tell us to go and get high, so we getting high. What we do. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 9:20 is the morning time. Well, the Prime Minister can say what he wants, but you have a responsibility as a young person, to think.
Matt, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Matt, I think you are doing a really good job in trying to get the population to focus on a major issue of crime. But crime is a result of the death of our societies. Our societies used to be very active. We had social groups. We have sports clubs. We had church groups. Everything that was done to socialize our young people, to work together, to play together. and to respect each other. Matt, look at our communities today. All you have is just music and partying. Everything that we learned and we had when we grew up is totally wiped out of our communities. So, something to think about. Bye.
And that's was a former Minister of Agriculture, Peter Cavan. Very concerned. He says, you know, we need to give priority to people development. It's a big concern, you know. I guess what? A young man gets shot down just like that? Ella, talk to me. All related. Father Sharpless was giving a sermon some weeks ago. I think I should repeat that for you sometime. Speaking to the same issue in Portsmouth when a young man was gunned down. On the telephone, Ella, talk to me, yes? Uh-huh.
Yes, good morning.
Morning to you, sir. How you doing?
How was the weekend? How was the weekend?
All right. A little restful.
Okay. Matt, maybe a week or two ago, I mentioned to you that that whole thing with Operation Clean Sweep. Operation Clean Sweep never touched the drugs and the drug dealers. And all the spots where you said was gun buy drugs. How can you call that a mission, Operation Clean Sweep? But it was selective in its operation to clean the place, to sweep the place clean.
You say it was selective? Explain that for me.
But of course it was selective, Matt. Matt, you live in here. So when I heard RSS was here at Operation Clean Sweep, you thought you're going to see where they're cleaning up all these areas where drugs are sold. My brother, drugs and guns have a direct relation, you know. Whether you want to admit that or not, that is a reality, you know. Everywhere else in the world, like I even mentioned to you, look at Trump going all the way to the source of the drugs to stop it from coming to the United States. What are we doing? Do we have Coast Guard man in our water? Seriously, I told you about shellers that, yeah, and as I say that, when I made that point about the Coast Guard not being on the water enough, and then when the Coast Guard go in, your fellows, they have man are telling you when it's going and when it's coming. That same day I made that statement, somebody called me and told me what I saying is true because the person was told that one of the big dealers asking the dealer, how do you get away with doing this kind of thing? Saying, no man, we have some police on the payroll to tell us when the Coast Guard go in, when the Coast Guard out. I rather these things are serious things, but then I tell you selective because you cannot in Roseau there are just many spots that you can just go and buy drugs. Now look at the situation when that bench was moved. The bench came back. What was that? What's happening there? I asked if it's a legitimate business that's going on there. You said yes at the time. My brother, these are the things, the disrespectful, selective things that we see going on, and we turn a blind eye. We go along as it's business as usual. This is not business as usual. You cannot have areas set up where drugs are sold just like it's hot bread on the market. Bread not even selling like that. And we sit down there and expecting that everything will be all right when you select one set of people. Guns came in blue barrels. So that means the people are supporting the blue that bringing it in. That is the furthest from the truth. These people, when they know what's going on, they're manipulating everything, they're bending the minds of people, and then we are the people that are suffering at the end. Because really and truly, these people live in their whole gated community, they fence up themselves, they have police security, even their girlfriend have police security, but you that they're the taxpayer and paying all these taxes and this, that, and all these exorbitant fees at the license department and on the shelves. You live in here, you have to face all that, and there is no protection for you, nothing for you. So that Operation Clean Sweep was selective, in my opinion. I saw different things that was going on. I mean, I personally drove through 2 areas where they were stopping vehicles, and I didn't get stopped. So how do you go clean sweeping, but you have some people passing, hey, Mr. All right, let Mr. Pass, man.
So you're saying it was very selective. That's what you're saying.
No, of course it was selective. Matt, it has people that they know you and they'll just make you pass. I saw that in the different roadblocks. It happened to me. I passed into one behind Public Works, one somewhere else. I remember it was Auto Trade somewhere else. And they didn't check me. So if you clean sweep, you're not checking everybody then. Well, because I have a bald head and a smooth face, a criminal come in all shape and forms and likes, you know. A criminal doesn't, the same criminal not on the person's face, you know. Now, if you sweep in the place clean, but it wasn't being swept clean, it was selective. You didn't go out there looking for just guns and drugs. You say you're looking for guns, but then you get a few guns. My brother, look, the problem still exists. The problem still exists. So what does that say about us? When I don't tell you something, during the time of Mamo and maybe down to the point of maybe even UWP, I remember policemen. Listen, what I seen happening now could not happen back in those days, you know. Just where Al's Ice Cream used to be in the corner there, that would be what? That would be Tilsley and Great George Street. I remember police walking and if fellas just stand up there, they would be searched, you know. Right now, there is a hangout to just smoke drugs. We see it in our faces. You see in the different areas, man just hanging out and just smoking. I remember when Valerie said when that decriminalization was passed, wasn't decriminalization of the drugs of marijuana wasn't for people to be smoking all over the place. But do you see people smoking all over the place?
Oh, yes.
Didn't you hear Valerie say that it's not for people to just smoke willy-nilly? So what is happening? So once you have policemen that seeing that and doing nothing about it, and you have one or two that might tell a person, hey, you can't be smoking in the public. But generally, policemen see what's going on, they're passing by. Okay, the smoke is actually puffed right in their face. You have the areas that are hot drug holes right in the middle of Roseau or the outskirts of Roseau, Newtown, Pottersville, all over the place. And there's nothing happening to that. Nothing happening.
And you see them smoking right in the band, you know.
What's that?
And you see them smoking right in Carnival Band or the big bands.
No, because Carnival Band is a time when people get on wild, so you can let that can slide. But on normal days, when you have today there, I mean, if you have a tourist, a Yorkie or tourist that can just come and maybe just ask a few questions. Where can I buy some coke? Where can I buy? And they will find a place to buy coke or drugs or crack or whatever or marijuana. And they not people that live in here. They just come from a boat, a person just land, and they are smoker, and they will find somewhere to buy stuff because it is that accessible. And that's the reality. And we see these things, and we're turning a blind eye. My brother, the malgovernance we have there. I mean, see our young people now. See, I'm Peter Carbon called earlier and telling you programs, and you don't hear about people joining scouts and Cub and Girl Guides, and you don't hear of all these things. All you're seeing is fun fellas falling. I mean,
but the question I'm moving at this time. Yes, we have all these problems. Well, we've been trying to find solutions. So what are these solutions? Do you think we need outside help to come in and try to resolve our own problems?
My brother, what is the solution? Is all right. So let's say first solution. The police need to be on the ground cleaning those areas that are just, my brother, it's happened everywhere. You live in Boston, you live in different places. When you do a Friday night, police come out in their numbers on bicycles if they have to keep the streets clean. Are you seeing that happening here? The police are going on the road to make sure that there is no drunk driving. They're going out and they're doing their work. So we have a traffic department. What is it doing? We have a drug squad. What is it doing? All the police is doing now, in my opinion, is just chanting down people you see the people that still is oppressed by this government. As long as they decide to stand up, the whole force is out. Fellas coming out on leave, fellas have to come to work because they have to keep the demon in power. They have to safeguard him. I met Valerie, Commissioner Valerie that left. I met him at Do It Center last week there. He looks very different since he's not at the job. I don't know if he's missing it in the position. But I had a real wash tongue on that guy in the line at Do It Center. And this guy couldn't answer me not one thing. And when he do give me an answer, he's like, His whole face trembling. And I said, and I'm not a person. I tell him, Valerie, I'm not going to let you go free. You have done too much work to keep that demon in position, and you have done too much wrong things. And I call all these wrong things that he has done, and he tell me about the Lord. I say, my brother, don't call on the Lord for me, because what? You can't serve two masters. You can't serve the demon and God. And you know that, and I see it on your face. Everything is written all over your face, your aura. Look what I'm telling you there, and you cannot even give me feedback. At the end of the day, when he went to Cash and I went to Cash, I just tell him, tell his wife, good, give his wife my regards, and I just say bye-bye. Because them fellas, they are these graceful people that you have. These people just keeping a system in place that just benefits them. And the rest of the society is just decaying. And people going, what is Covet doing? You just hear fellas get in position and strike. You hear in police trick, and all these are loyal soldiers that willing to put their heads up in the rectum of those politicians and get contaminated by their shit.
All right, Mervyn, thank you very much. Thank you for your opinion there. Hello, talk to me. Let's take a voice note, yeah?
Oh my God, Jesus, take control. Good morning. A caller called a while ago and spoke about all we have is like words to the effect, faith and everything. I think the time has come when there is a trend that has been set. Village feasts are no longer village feasts. Everything is an action, is a rum drinking, is a partying, is a bacchanal, a carnival. I think the time has come for the government to stop being headline sponsor of village feasts. And what do you think that sponsor is now? To pay for a song system and artists. I think government should stop it. Allow people to go to church, the real sense of the village feast, and have their thing in their community, their togetherness. They can play like music by a bar in the community, and everybody come and dance if they want to dance, go by the river, cook food. But that thing about bringing all kind of artists in a village, and government has to pay for that. You hear it, we see it, sponsored by with the concurrence of parliamentary representative XYZ. We present to you, FET, whatever. No. Parliamentary representatives, that is not your function and your responsibility to sponsor FET and action and carnival in a village feast. If young people don't want to come, they want to go to church, that's up to them. But no party, no paying for song system and free for artists to come and think. No. There are other means and ways of raising funds and making money. People have to young people have to start to look at life from a more positive, perspective and a positive point of view. Work hard and make money legally, by your sweat of your brow. The money is government taking to spend to sponsor a song system for, let's say, for Pork Fest or for Easy Door or for this fest or whatever. Those are monies that can go on to buy medication, to help to pay for scholarships for our own children, to fix society, make it better tomorrow. So I think government should stop sponsoring those kind of things.
It's like we still living in cowboy days. And this violence spreading even amongst school children. Where do we blame the blame? When in Wesley and Steve get stabbed and kill a school friend, from him fell he raised his friend to Ken. Jackie Chan will be back again. Everywhere a shooting and killing. Everybody have got to feel. But tonight is all that talking. Must still have his cowboy days. In road boys, boom, boom. Take it somebody. In Portsmouth, it's bang, bang, bang. Take it somebody. In Wesley, it's boom, boom, boom. Take it somebody. In Grand Bay, batang, batang, batang. Take it somebody. Oh, train, and baby boy. Gunslinging crisis. I don't want to get a gun. I don't want to shoot no one. I'm joining this lawless band. But I don't want to be no big.
All right, good afternoon, good morning to you. Yes, this is Q905. Good morning to you, sir. How you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you doing?
Martin, listen to the conversation.
Yes.
And you start every time you wake up and you hear another death,
Yes.
you wonder when is it going to stop?
I know.
But and I hear the different conversation about the legalization of marijuana, and Matt, it has created a serious problem in our society, and everything sort of stems from that kind of attitude. Not before a young man want to smoke a weed, he had to make time to go in a corner, take his his and smoke it. You know, every minute he doesn't have a weed in his mouth. So for the day, you don't want to leave what you're doing, or you don't want to live by the road where you looking at girls passing or whatever it is, you know, to go in a corner and smoke. No, right there, you cutting it, you wrapping it, right there, and you have it in your mouth. You're in the shop buying, you everywhere buying, if a big spliff in your mouth. Matt, that has destroyed the society. And that in itself, giving young people the opportunity to keep burning and burning and burning weed until your head. You know? So I believe that is something that the government has to reconsider. And you'll see, again, like we said, it's not supposed to be done in the public. But the police force you have, they're not going to do anything about it. Because when Zone Rouge decide they have to smoke, which police that can stop them? Tell me, Matt. If you were a police officer, would you go and stop Zone Rouge today?
Not after what I saw.
You wouldn't want to even touch that area. And it goes in different areas, Matt. And that's moving, or somebody said there was no cleanup. I don't believe the police will ever, no matter what regime that come in, the police will never ever be able to stop every single body. So I disagree with that. The clean sweep, you have to shut down the country. I mean, people like myself and Mervyn himself would be crying and saying, why the police have to stop everybody, the country shut down. It's not going to work like that. But they know very well where the drug is. They know very well where the criminals are with the guns. They know. You never heard them circle Granby and block Granby. They bring RSS, just like they bring them in Salisbury, in massive numbers. They should bring them up then, lock up the area, and search every house. Get the Prime Minister the President to sign something that would give them the authority to go and search down the area. It's not for every day you're doing it. Declare a day for the society's sake, man. If they really want to fight drugs and guns and drugs, any one of them, they know where to go. You would hear the whole of Bath Estate circle. You would hear something happening. They know we're in Portsmouth. They would have to go and shut down the area. But again, the way they select police officers, man, it is a minister sending his quota, a whole heap of criminals coming into the police force. And what the commissioner have them doing is attacking people like me every day, harassing me. After 6, after 7, I park somewhere in Rosewood. They have to come and tell me I can't park there. But there's work for the police to do, and not the nonsense they have them doing. You understand what I'm saying, man?
I understand, but are you saying that the Operation Clean Sweep was not that effective? I mean, is this going on?
Matt, every gun of this street is one too much. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Every gun on the street is one too much. So I'm saying every time you make an attempt to clean up the place, some guns is a plus. But the government know where to go and get the guns. You telling me the guy from Penville, they catch with the 12 guns. Nobody knew he had gun? I am hearing it's a labor right self that sell him out because he was exploding too many guns in the area. Every time he's a gunshot, and he's a top labor man. I'm hearing that may have sell him out. So I mean, where the guns are. But if we selective in where we're going for it, if you think if they had gunman, they would be harassing me. Every day they would be harassing me. You know, there were certain police officers that used to just try to target me, but I knew they could get nothing on me unless they come to plant it. And police officers within the police was telling me, keep my vehicle locked at all. You might report that on your radio once. Keep my vehicle up all times because there's a move to frame me up.
But they know where the guns are. And if they want the guns, man, they know where to go and get the guns. They know all who used to clear those barriers. They know all who sent the barriers, man. Even after you hear so many crimes happening, people coming in with gun and they've been building Marigot. You know, so it is selective. I believe for that situation to change, the whole manner in which the police force has been run, where you find cowboys being promoted, fellas that kissing as Mervyn say, putting their head in the rectum until it get contaminated. That is the way promotion is taking place in the police force.
But do you think,
even from the top?
Hold on, Mr. Schullenfeld. Do you think we need outside help, outside like FBI or you know, outside international agencies, crime investigative agencies to come in there and try to help?
Now you're talking the language, Matt. Not the RSS where they have the selective politicians coming in, select their own people, send them down now to go and crash that area for us. That's not what we need. As you say, FBI's, Scotland Yards, to come in, work within the police force. But there would be so many recommendations, Matt. Even the head would have to go. When Corbett saying you can be the best police officer, you can be doing your work the best, under me you can never get promotion. When Corbett saying a woman get promoted, I didn't recommend you, and will send you in areas that would put, I mean, that is not, the police force will never go anywhere. When a man vindictive and saying, you can do your work the best, you can be the best in this, the best in that, under my watch, you can never be you can never be promoted. Corbett reminds me of people like John David. When John David was in, but he's still in the police force, because I think he's on the Police Service Commission. You have the same police welfare, a set of weaklings. You have them again putting people like Corbett on the police welfare. If Skerrit wanted, not Corbett, sorry. If Skerrit wanted John David on the police welfare, he would have put him. But in fact, the same a set of weak police officers that want to kiss the behind of their superiors, they're still going there and nominating people like John David. These are people that will look at your talent and destroy you. Corbett is no different. So the police force, when you have when little boys like when them on the commission, where you expect that commission to go? It can't go nowhere. People who have no claim to ever done anything than run a restaurant. Matt, I'm telling you, the system is prepared and has set out itself to destroy the police force, to make it a political police force. And until we stop that, until the regime fall, and we get somebody even from outside to come and run the police force for 1 or 2 years, that police force will be doomed to fail.
So you're saying we need you need a foreign commissioner? That's what you're saying? A foreign commissioner?
Certainly, Matt. Certainly, Matt. I thought when that young man, JJ, was going up, you know, he would stay as clean as possible and not touch politics. In terms of competence, Matt, he's fully competent. We had people like Coffee. Unfortunately, you see the situation, that was a fully competent man. But when you have to pick up them like a political, I don't want to call them political rats, I'll take that back. But then like a political followers and just put them in position and they decide to destroy every police officer that working hard. Keep them down. And cronies, even if they're cronies involved in anything, things they know that are unbecoming, but they will still promote them. Matt, Dominica Police Force has nowhere to go. It will stay a failed police force. We'll let of everything. And again, Matt, you know, the OECS is so corrupt that leaders will work together to prop one another in terms of their corruption. So even if you send somebody down from the OECS to look at the police force, they'll still get an A. As failed as they are, they'll still get an A. But we could have a very good police force. Dominicans are very intelligent people. But when you have politicians selecting their followers to just chuck them into the police force and still want to be promoting them jackasses, what do you expect, man?
Well, I've heard the security minister say we have one of the best police force in the Caribbean. Would you agree?
What do you expect from Reuben Blackmore? He's the person who used to be micromanaging the police force. Matt, you remember he said I was attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, when he opened his mouth and he talked nonsense, I would comment on it. I've been hearing some good things about him lately. And that's such I cannot go attacking him in any way. If he comes and he opens his mouth and talk nonsense, then I would attack what the nonsense he say. Matt, I understand he was one of those in cabinet who said, I don't need no criminals to protect me. I don't have criminal friends. And give him what is his own. He don't associate really with criminals. He said he don't need no sniper to defend him. I understand all this was said in cabinet. And as such, you realize I have not been going at him because he haven't been opening his mouth and talk rubbish. Well, I have not been hearing him. But for him to say Dominica are not the best police force is utter garbage. If you picked 1 or 2 or 3 of the good cops in Dominica and you send them out, they will shine. I know that. But on average, it's a garbage police force you have. When you have a commissioner sending, I watched Corbett send police officers. He passed me. And he sent 2 young police officers, Matt, to, for garbage. I tell them, why are you all doing that? Look at that. He just passed all you. He saw me there. He did not say a word to me. He's sending all you behind me. They look at each other, Matt, and they just left. Matt, I can swear on that. That's a fact. So when a commissioner of police have to be stooping that low, Valerie, that just passed, was as low, maybe not as low as Corbett, but he did the same thing. When they feel they want to get at you because you're talking, you're making your position clear on the media to do with the police force. They send police officers, and I see it with my eyes. Corbett cannot say I didn't see him. I can call the 70 police officers in front of people like Cat and them. When the guys, I tell them, can't you see you are being used? He is a police officer, just like you. He could have said something to me. He did not. He's telling you to make an idiot of yourself. The 2 young police officers looked at each other and they realized that wasn't making sense. I'm a person, if any young police officer doing his work on the road and I come along and I see somebody taking advantage, I will never stand up and watch it. But you know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll defend the young police officers and tell them stand up. Because if the police officers cannot do their work because terror is in them, then the country finish. But they must not allow themselves to be used by some puppets. And that is what is happening in the police force. No police officer should be able to send another police officer to charge somebody. None at all. A corporal should not be able to send a constable to charge somebody. You see the offense, go and deal with it yourself. You know what I'm saying, man?
Mm-hmm.
And the police force has been brought to an all-time low under Corbett. That's my contribution.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, we need to bring this violence to an end. Looking for solutions then.
Shooting down man right on the street. Yeah. Causing fear and
Cannot be waking up every day to another murder there and murder here. Dominica, as a society, you must be concerned, huh? And this is nothing political or partisan. We should not make it that way. If you have a suggestion to make things better, let's make it better. 9:49, yes, hello?
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, sir.
Boy, Matt, everybody needs to clean up their act. From Mr. Blackmore's perspective, and I note that from his perspective, yes, I agree with him. You have the best police force, but the best in what? The best police force to bring in a dictator who is the head of government. When that is the best, we have ideal conditions right now because over the years, they've chosen certain persons to lead the police so that they can have that edge where the head of government can easily become a dictator, Matt. Now I want the police to clean up their own backyard on another note because we've seen they lost guns in St. Joseph during the renovation. They're not responsible enough to hold on to their arms. People are stealing guns from the police. The police have to clean up their own backyard. How can you have a police force and people are stealing your guns? Does that make sense, Matt? Answer. Give me a little answer, Matt, please.
You mix up. Go ahead.
Guns have been known to leave the armory, Matt, and kill people on the street. And when the owner who put the gun there go for it, they can't find it because it's killing people on the street. The police need to clean their backyard before they start looking for guns outside. Secure yours.
What is your solution? We're looking for a solution. You're talking about the police, but what is your solution to find to solve the problems we've been having in terms of the killings there?
Matt, I understand you're looking for solutions, but I gave you one. I told you the police have to clean up their act. They have to be responsible. How the police are training every day. They have to get responsible and learn to hold on to the guns without people taking them from them. Thank you.
All right. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, 951. Are you there? Mm-hmm.
Hey, good morning, Matt.
My brother, how you doing? I'm very concerned about what's going on in Dominica. Very concerned. Very. Yes.
Thank you, Matt, for your deep concern. You know what I want to say, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
The killing. What is the cause of the killing? Can you answer that question? Can we answer that question?
Well, from what I've gathered on the ground, it seems like more revenge killings.
No. That's not the cause. You see, you have to be informed. You have to find out what is the root cause.
Oh, you mean talking about the root cause? Okay, I get you. Yes.
Absolutely. Now, if you're giving your teacher gives you a sum, let us say 25/4, you have a problem. So you understand the problem, and now your work is to try to solve that problem. So you have to decide whether you should 25/4, you should use addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. Now, we cannot, if we have a Vice-Versa, an arbitrary approach to, let me tell you, there will always be crime and violence in the country. So there's no question about eliminating it, but certainly minimizing it and reducing the frequency.
Mm-hmm.
But to be able to address serious matters of state, and I hear you saying it's not politics. Crime and violence in the country is a function of politics. There is a Minister for National Security who is responsible for addressing these matters. But Matt, the point I'm making is, if we don't know what is the root cause of the problem, we'll have great difficulty. I can't tell. What am I going to...
My point is, I'm just saying it's not always about politics or partisan politics. That's my point.
I don't know what partisan politics. Politics is politics and partisan is something else. But the point I'm making is this. Unless we establish what is the root cause of the problem, Matt, we're going to just talk on the radio and we're not solving the problem. I mean, it's not the first time that you're asking us for solutions. But solutions to what? If you have pain in the tooth, the root cause is not the pain, The root cause is something, rotten teeth or some nerve problem and so on. So I'm saying a responsible government addresses the matter by getting information, subjecting the question to information, making research, and determining what are the causes. And then, after you've done that in an intelligent way, in a scientific way, then you will be able to address the problem. And you may not be able to solve the problem immediately, but you'll come up with answers, with suggestions. So you know what the root cause is. So this government is not accountable, and they're not taking account. You have to find out what is the cause. Have a serious approach to the matter of crime and violence in Dominica. Carry out a research study to see what is the problem. Have different people examine, talk to the problem. Because the problem, Matt, is not the violence, that's the outcome, the symptom of something else. And what is the something else? And here on the radio, we're trying to get the solution without knowing what exactly is the foundation, the cause of the problem. So I'm saying this to say, when you sow the wind, there's a saying that says, when you sow the wind, you reap the whirlwind. We've sown bad governance in Dominica. Government doesn't really pay attention to the things that matter. Like somebody mentioned earlier about scout groups and girl guide groups and troops and so on. I was a scout, probably you were a scout as well. Now, what effort you see from the government to assist youth groups to form youth groups? Where's the National Youth? And they are silent. The National Youth Association or whatever, the council. Are you hearing them in this program?
National Youth Council. That's what you're looking for.
National Council. What is What is their purpose? Do they have a function to perform with respect to addressing youth violence, mostly among young people? You hear nothing. So we have lost our way, Matt. And, when you saw the wind, you reap the whirlwind. And it all comes down to the lack of good governance. If a country, as I said, you will always have crime. But you want to reduce it. You want to control it. You want to mitigate the circumstances that will result in criminal action. And do you see anything happening with respect to a study, some research that would inform that decision, that would inform even our discussion, the intelligent discussion you're having in the radio now? Do you see any research? Tell me. I want you to answer that question.
No, I'm not aware of any research being done. No.
Exactly. Now, Matt, I was a teacher, and one of the things you were trained in is to make research, to find the best ways to get our students to learn. Research is very important. Research is very important. It informs decisions. And I see our government is Vaikivai. We have a problem with governance. So they don't care about what is the cause, because everybody every day, this minister is doing coming to big speeches. They had the RSS here recently. Yeah. And the reason they brought in the RSS, they said, was to get all the guns away on the island. Obviously, it didn't work. Because there was something missing in that conversation. There was something missing in that action. Matt, unless we have a responsible government that cares, that pays attention to the little things that people don't want to talk about. It's not just the police. They have their own problems. And it's not just the people. The police are trained to deal with crime. And if they cannot do it, you expect the ordinary Jack Blue and Joe Blue to go and solve that problem? But it's a governance issue. It's a political issue. You have a national security minister. He must lead in a way that suggests that he's willing to find out. And then when you find out, you say X, Y, Z, and A or B. Then you can say, what measures can we take to address X, Y, Z, and A or B? Because the killing is the end result of various things that we do not exactly know, we haven't been able to identify. So we can talk what we want to talk, but we stop today. Next 2 weeks, there's another act of criminal violence and stuff like that, of crime. So we need to approach this thing with government. It's a governance issue. And personally, between me and you, this government has failed. They're too long here. They're lost of ideas. They're short of ideas. They can do absolutely nothing. And they brought the ISS. Black one made big speeches, and the problem has not disappeared. They can do nothing. They need to get a break. We need a refreshing in Dominica. We need a change of governance. I'm not saying it will be perfect, but then we can be able to talk to a government. A government will be listening to us and taking steps that would say, hey, we have a problem. Let us see what is the base or the root of the problem, the root of the problems, and let us address it in a scientific and intelligent and wise way. Otherwise, we just keep talking. We're just going everywhere. So the root, for me, we need to get a refreshing in Dominica. This government has run out of ideas. And the same thing over and over. They will bring the RSS again, perhaps. And the problem will still come back. Thank you for listening, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Every week, every other week, a young man is gunned down. Mr. Wig, somebody says they need your perspective on this one, I'll give him a call and find out if he has a view. I'm sure I'm not the only one concerned. You are. Let's find the solutions. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes?
I say love, life, light, healing, joy, gratitude, courage, and sacrifice. Mr. Pelty, blessings to your family, sir.
Life, good morning to you, blessings.
And I give thanks to all those who are inquiring, those who visited, those who wish me well and pray. At home from Friday. Blessings to you all. And my apologies for somebody who told me they went there and brought stuff for me and I was not there. But you remember Dr. Francis Severin?
I remember, yes.
What is of the University of the West Indies, Matt? The dean or something? Remember the statement he made, a social scientist, and he warned we are in parallel with Jamaica for population. words to that effect, Matt. Matt, you remember Charles Savre was a minister at that time?
Yep.
Charles Savre, police, ministers, everybody. They turned Dr. Francis Savre into a Lapo Kabwe. They beat on him. The drum that made out of a goat skin. That's a Lapo Kabwe. Matt, you see the level of hypocrisy and treachery and double talk and double standard and fuck tongue. Matt, you remember Roosevelt Skerritt and Anthony Wadi Astafan? Had Anthony Wadi Astafan, the both of them, committed a crime against Roosevelt Skerritt and pin it on Lennox Linton. You remember that, Matt?
Yep.
Bear with me and please respond if I ask you a question. If you don't know, if you choose not to answer, say I refrain. Matt, you remember Skerritt, why he said no about their Navy SEALs and snipers, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
And Skerritt talk about no law, no constitution, go to hell, it's not your damn business, true pool, they're afraid in their ass and all send hot water on people. You made a statement a while ago. It may be an oversight, Matt, but you need to take that back. Oh, Skerritt can say what he wants. As well, he can do what he wants. But you cannot have your children at your home beating them for misbehaving. You're there beating your wife. You coming in late. You're drunk. You're vomiting. And you want your children to be properly groomed and raised and whatever. Not the problem, and I'm glad Hillary and Mr. Arundel and Mervyn and Clem and everybody said so much on the matter. I think they have covered almost all the grounds I intended to. But where there is corruption, all hell break loose. You had 2 barrels of guns on 2 different occasions entered the port. They knew there were guns in the barrels, Matt. On 2 separate occasions, they were hasted or whisked away by the police. They could not set up a sting operation to see who is coming and clear the barrels. And I keep asking you, Roosevelt Skerritt and Melissa Popon Skerritt, were these guns to arm all your Navy SEALs and snipers? And I'm glad Arundel delved into it, pertaining to do with a scientific approach and know the causes. Not when you have selective wealth distribution, Matt. You listen to your friend and my friend to Floyd Capitole, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
He said, when Labour Party give him money to share or anything to share, not his wife, not his girlfriend, not his mother, not his father, his sister, his brother, his friend, blah, 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 can get from it. It's only labor rights. When you have that selective distribution of wealth, Matt, he who have very little does not value life too much. And it's not just his or her lives. The lives of others means nothing to them. I have sounded the alarm for many years. Oh, it's violence I want. It's blood in the country. All what I said, I like the critics or the criticism because it just makes me a better person. And I try a different approach every time I listen to what people say. Everybody who spoke, everybody I listen to audio. Great contribution, great concern on a spiritual level, social, political, and whatever. I inject in, and there was a level of discrimination. Not why people that are drinking heavily every day are not committing those crimes. Why are people that are smoking what they call marijuana? Remember when they tried to eradicate marijuana, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
And they come and spread something like white phosphorus in our forest. The forestry officers claim that that's what make our mountain chickens almost extinct. Now they give them something that is not marijuana. My apologies for those who meeting me and tell me what I mean by that. A pit bull is not a dog, man. A pit bull is a pit bull. A Rottweiler is not a dog. You see all this hybrid stuff. We are eating it, we are drinking it, we are wearing it, everything. That marijuana, man, there is a conspiracy. My deepest suspicion that make guys aggressive. But I smoked for many, 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 many years. And I was smoking what they call Charlie Smart. Now, have you seen the smoke coming from a Charlie Smart?
I have, yes.
I already pulled Charlie Smart, and when pictures of me, you can't see me, half of me, you know. I smoke a lot, and Matt, I was terrible prior, and marijuana cooled me down. Matt, that thing they call in marijuana there, and I'm just saying, Matt, poverty, corruption, and lawlessness are the three main contributing factors to all what you're seeing. And the corruption, the lawlessness, and the crimes and everything else, Matt. It is done from the top and it's trickling down to the bottom. So everybody's saying we have to get to the bottom of things. Why not get to the top of it? Why always is poor people look ahead like you police come by your fella there and harass him and I hear his sister saying if they eat abroad and all thing, or maybe they want to eat abroad, and that's what they kill man in custody, they brutalizing man and do all thing. And the real criminals, man, drug dealers, politicians and police disappearing guns, the guns in St. Joe. Matt, you think it's a little ghetto youth man that know about those guns and going to take them, Matt? I'm asking you.
Well, I can't tell you. I don't know. It seems like it's a mystery.
Anyway, Matt, let me leave that one alone and conclude on something there. I am just saying, Matt, what is going on in Dominica, the politicians are so glad because it's a perfect deflection from their crimes. We are preoccupied with social ills and political crimes, Matt, are just a free hand, a free reign. All of them to build a mansion, steal their billions, in drug trafficking, human trafficking, money laundering, all kind of criminal activities. These politicians and people in the police force. The police force have a lot of sincere and genuine police officers. I know what I'm saying, Matt, but the police have a garbage heap of criminals, Matt, and the police and the politicians are working hand in hand, Matt, because when you have a corrupt administration, it needs all kind of protection. They go by Obiaman. They have drug dealers. They have criminal police officers. They have all kind of people because they're afraid of being gonzalved, Matt. Matt, do you know what it is to be gonzalved?
But let me ask you a question. I know what it is to be gonzalved, so I'm Blessings. But let me tell you, Blessings, let's look for a minute there. Stay on the line for a minute. What do you think? Let's be solutions oriented this morning. What do you think are some of the solutions that you'd point to? You're solving this problem we're having at this point. What are some of the solutions that you'd point to?
I give thanks you asked me that question. Maybe about 50 times, and I give thanks you have asked and asking now. Arundel Thomas told you perfectly. I think Hillary Shillingford when you suggested outside intervention. Matt, we need to get these criminal enterprise need to be gonzalved. Not Ralph Gonzalez, you know, Matt. Gonzalved. I removing Ralph from it, Matt. But you know what I mean. St. Vincent is the name, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And unless that criminal enterprise cannot be removed by any means necessary, all efforts for solution will be in futility, Matt. Hopelessness. Failure, Matt. The criminals are laughing all the way to the bank. You think they care who live or who die? It's not the family. It's not the children. So go to hell. It's not all your damn business. I'm doing well. Matt, you see the vehicles carried by, a new vehicles carried just purchased?
I heard about that, yes.
They said no parliamentary approval, nothing. Go to hell. It's not our damn business. No law, no constitution. And you expect for the small man in the ghetto to sit down and watch criminals in high places and just fold, roll over and play dead, or you have something else coming. Now they're killing one another. They will reach out further. Thank you.
All right.
Daddy King. Things low. Too much on those things up. Everything that Josie will.
We look at the new minimum wage structure.
so much shooting and killing.
Sometime this afternoon, with Dr. Fontaine.
Which man can choose
reviewing the numbers.
in order criminals have guns for their aggression. Shopkeepers have guns for their protection. It's like we still living in cowboy days. And this violence spreading even amongst school children. Where do we place the blame? When he must see us, he can stop and kill a school friend. From him, tell he raised his friend to camp. Jackie Chan will be back again. Everywhere a shooting and killing. Everybody have done things big. Guns and knives is all that talking. Must still have his cowboy days. In road boys, boom, boom. In Portsmouth, it's bang, bang, bang. In West East, boom, boom, boom. In Grand Bay, batang, batang, batang. Train arm and baby boy. Gunslinging crisis. I don't want to get a gun. I don't want to shoot no one. I'm joining the lawlessness. But I don't want to be no victim in this wild.
We have the same Ronald Charles, of course, on the telephone at this time, to speak about the ongoing issue with the crime in Dominica. We're looking for some solutions there. Ronald, I know you worked for many years with the young people of Dominica. What do you think, Ronald Charles, some of the solutions to fight this crime problem we're having in Dominica? Ronald, good morning to you.
Yeah, Matt, good morning to you, and good morning to your many listeners. Let me apologize for the backdrop or the little vehicular traffic up there. That's where I am now. So I do apologize. Matt, the issue of crime in Dominica, the issue of the youth and what is going on, it's a little bit deeper. It's over a period of time that we have failed as a nation to kind of big up, I put it in those words, places like the youth division. I remember in my days, every single summer program, I can call the names of Mr. Davis later, I can call the name of Mr. John Roach, I can call the name of Mr. Pascal. These are the people who, when I was growing up, every single summer, there was a program devoted to the young people, the young boys, the young men within our society. And we were able to go in these youth camps and get proper guidance and learn little things about group dynamics, learn little things about how how you conduct yourself within a society that is quickly changing by the minute. And we were able to get the proper guidance and kind of, work collectively towards common problems. Nowadays, Matt, we have a situation where a lot of these organizations are neglected in one way or the other, or they lack funding. More so, we have lost a sense of community. We have lost a sense of belonging. A situation is like all man on his own. And we have to understand that these little issues will affect us. One of the biggest problems affecting young people is the issue of employment. A lot of our young people, notwithstanding what you hear on social media, a lot of them are unemployed. It calls for idle hands and feet. And therefore, they are challenged, wondering what to do and what to do next. Of course, we must say that not every young person is within that predicament. Some of them have very good families and the fathers are within their home.
Oh, sorry. I'll give you a call back. No. Yes, you there?
A lot of us within the society, sorry. Are you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
A lot of us within the society, men, have lost their role within our society. We have families now where a lot of men are not carrying out their responsibility. Sometimes you go to children functions and you go to the schools and all you see is from left to right, back and front. Women taking them to the sports, women going there with them. Of course, there are one or two fathers that is an exception to the rule. But generally, we have a breakdown of our families. A lot of our families now are not tightly knitted. And because of that, again, you don't have the father, coming in, hey, boy, you mustn't do that. And, that kind of upbringing. So we are losing this. And now we have a system of governance that all man on their own. You have a system of governance that speaks of, it is important, it is more important, for example, to have, which I have no, I don't want to use it as a critic, but I want to make some kind of comparative analysis. So when we spend $75 million in a hotel, not a problem. Tourism coming in, the economy looking good. Persons were able to go there and get a soft drink for $15. That is okay, and that's all well and good, and it's good for our economy. However, can we not take 10, 15, 20 million and really get into this youth developmental program where we can build facilities for youth training, mentorship, and have this big place where all these young people can come and get a sense of purpose and to be able to make applications and print their stuff and have that sense of community. And our young men, Matt, if you realize, you go to UE, for example, open campus, 97% of our young men will drop off the young lady to get to the education. And whereas they drive away, you see? So we have to bring back some kind of, give that kind of education and bring back our young people into this. So it's a complex situation, and it's a situation that is now manifesting itself over time. So you see, we were bypassing and letting a little thing pass and making joke about things. You see, so young people now, especially young men, do not know how to do what we call dispute resolution. They don't know that if I owe you for, a lollipop, I don't have to be killed for it. What needs to be done is a conversation as to why you took it, and and there could be a back and forth, and speaking out things more. So we have to wheel and come again as a society. It's not just about concrete and big blocks and tall buildings and projects. It's a little bit beyond that. Your human development, your attitude towards life, people, connectivity will always surpass a building with plenty blocks on it or a nice restaurant. Think about it. We don't need none of this in Dominica, for example. One would say so. But if you have people that are united, people that understand their role, young men that understand that, hey, if I have a dispute, this is how I have to go about it. I always use the example in Japan. I always use the example in other communities where people have a sense of belonging. People understand that you cannot, notwithstanding that we have a major garbage disposal issue, which really stems from management. We also have individuals who are not following the rules. So fellas will be driving their vehicle on a highway and they'll take their Coke bottle and just send it out in the wind, and it's no big deal. These are some of the issues that we need to revisit and say, this is what you call development. And this is what you call development of a society. When young people can get to realize there's a sense of living, there's a sense of purpose. And when I do something wrong, I will realize that it was wrong. Not necessarily the courts and to arrest somebody, but they have to have a sense of consciousness. And that is what society is losing. And we have to tell ourselves it stems from managing the country and what we see happening around us. So whereas you can get a vehicle for 92,000 million or 92,000 US, I mean, we could invest that probably somewhere in Vickers, in a young man youth program, or do something of that nature. Now, I'm not saying one cannot have a vehicle. Of course, you can have as many vehicles.
Are you suggesting, hold on, Mr. Ronald, are you suggesting that we have our priorities all mixed up? That's what we're saying?
It is not only mixed up, it is upside down and across. We have to help society grow. We have to live by example. All of us have to live. by example. As I speak to you, I try my best. You know, we have to be spiritual in our being too. We have to understand. You know, we can agree to disagree, but we must not go out there trying to destroy each other. So our society needs to will and come again. The youth programs needs to come back on stream. There need to be a budget where young people can say, yes, I am satisfied that this budget is going to take care of my needs. My needs range from employment down to socialization and so forth. Look at here, they're going to build our sporting facilities. So when you have the kind of different guys sitting around the block in different parts of Roseau, we used to have what you call not the botanical gardens, but of course they used to play basketball at the stadium. So then you used to find a lot of these young boys, notwithstanding they may not want to get engaged in other things, but they play the sports, they get good at it, and they even represent Dominica. So our facilities, we have a whole set of facilities, for example, in the Trafalgar area. I can only use that example for now, and many other playing fields. There's no lights. The penny lights. So then 90% of our young people come from work, for those who are employed, the little that are employed, and then they are unable to take a sweat because the administration doesn't see it necessary to light up all the playing fields in Dominica so that young men can go there at 7, 8 o'clock and take a sweat.
I'll tell you.
And we call that.
Ronald,
Just before I go.
Yeah, before you go, we have
let
to.
Me just
yes,
say,
go ahead. Quickly.
Yeah, let me just say before your guests coming quickly, that in Mount Prosper on the 3rd, the electoral office, they have a day where persons can come to confirm, and that is on the 3rd at the Yahweh Church in Mount Prosper. Although I appreciate that gesture from the electoral office, I'm very disappointed that a large community like that with so many voters getting one day to be able to come and confirm, where a whole set of other people are unable to do it within that community. But I'll encourage persons from Roseau Valley, including Mount Prosper, on the 3rd, to please go out there and confirm. You know the process. I've been speaking to some of you all. Go out there, bring your IDs, bring a witness, and get it done, because confirmation is going to bring the change that we really need in this country. And don't be left behind, because it's important to do so. And the United Workers' Party will continue to say that we can do what we can in our capacity. We're trying our best to educate and do what we can. But at the end of the day, it is left up to the people of this wonderful country to decide as to what they want and what they want to do. I'm out for now. Thank you for the opportunity. And may God continue to bless you as he continued to do so in many ways. All right.
Thank you, Ronald. Bye-bye. Thank you. There's so many things to talk about, so little time, huh? Just to remind you, of course, there's some elections going on in St. Lucia. Very interesting. Hoping to get an update sometime later. Dr. Laura says, great contribution from Mr. Arundel Thomas. All right. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there? Yes?
Yes. Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I think it's a very important and necessary conversation that we're having this morning.
Thank you.
I recall as a child growing up in Roseville, there was an elderly lady who was murdered. And I remember the shock waves it sent throughout the city of Roseville and the gloom we felt that day. You would pass and you'd see people gathered around the street corners in shock and awe and disbelief that such a heinous crime could have been committed. As a society over the years, it appears that we've become apathetic to murders in that because we hear it has been happening so often, we almost get numb to the fact that a life has been taken, but more so families have been left hurting because a son, a father, uncle, a brother, a friend has been murdered. And I think we as society now have to take an introspective view as to how did we arrive at that state that no longer when we hear murders, it shocks us as a society. And so we have to take steps backward because it did not just happen overnight. It has been accumulative over a period of time. Things happen, we accept, we tolerate, we accept, we tolerate, and then we become numb to murder. I think the time has come where we need to look back at the formation of society and what role does the home play in our family. Yes, we have fancy, bigger houses, but a house is not a home. And so we have to value the role of the home as an institution in the formation of society. It is in the home that we instill the fundamental core values in our children. No longer do families pray. Or before I say that, the structure of our family is increasingly at a fast rate becoming single home, single parents family. A number of our children are growing up without fathers in their lives. And so certain values that a father would bring into the family construct is absent. Then you have the mother who herself has to hustle to bring in the revenue and so on to take care of the expenses of running a family. And so the absence of the moral value, the absence of prayer in the home, the absence of teaching your children the core values, the absence of the family attending church. I'm not saying church is perfect, but there's something about it that when you go, you hear things like, love your neighbor as yourself. Who is your neighbor? The person that you come in contact with. And so if you're going to love your neighbor, if that is instilled in you at a very young age at the home, in your mind, if you love something, you're not going to maim it, you're not going to injure it, you're not going to hurt it, you're not going to disrespect it, you're not going to endanger it because you love. And things you love, it seems to guard and you seem to protect. Our families appear to have been replaced with the small friendship clubs, the gangs, etc., where they seem to be impressionable on the young minds. And so the young boys growing up seems to have a certain amount of comfort in that environment. And to prove that they belong, then there are certain things they would have to do. They would have to act a certain way. They would have to speak a certain way. They can no longer have a dialogue without using the M and the F to communicate because they figure out these things make them belong. It's a sign of approval that you're now part of. And so we have to go back to the family structure. We cannot expect to send children to school and expect the teachers to be the ones who are going to give our children those core fundamental values. They can add to it, but the home is where it begins. The teachers have their own frustration. The teachers are most times underpaid. They have expenses to even teach children from the underpaid salary, they still have to take from it to do certain projects to help certain children, and so they too have their issues. And so if we send a bad child, or if we are sending bad children to school without the home being the beginning of teaching, we cannot expect the teachers to transform our children for us. We have to go back to basics. How many families take their children to church to at least once a Sunday hear the little word of God? Love your neighbor, thou shalt not kill. Okay? When we hear those things, it tends to make us reflect and think before we do certain things and take certain action. So society needs to get back to the fundamentals. And when we do that, we will have increasingly a better society. It always pains me when I hear young men are killing other young men. Because these are people we've invested in terms of sometimes education as primary, at tertiary education, preschool, primary, secondary school. And at the time that they have to contribute to help with the development process of our country, they are no more because somebody tell them there's an alternative way to make money, which is quicker, but they do not tell them that the risk of that lifestyle is much higher and dangerous. Learn a trade, learn a skill, save your penny. One day you'll be able to have once you have a social security, you can go and take a small loan. From that loan, you buy something, you see a piece of land, there are legal ways. There are many people in Dominica who have succeeded through legal means. And so let us not think that the only way to make a life in Dominica is through corruption or through illegal underground means. We can, but we have to let them understand there is value in hard work, there is value in smart work, and collectively as a society we need to begin to engage these young men. Do not isolate them. There's a reason why they end up there. Meet them where they are. We cannot want to have big conferences and call them in. That's not their thing. We have to have a new approach. Go and meet them on the block. Hear what their concerns are. Hear what suggestions they may have, because even a foolish man may have a wise suggestion that will bring a solution about. And so, Matt, let us as a nation recognize that we really have a problem, and let us collectively look at how we can get solutions to those problems, because that's not good for us. We want to say we're going into tourism. If our murder rate seems to be maybe climbing, even at a per capita rate, that is not something we can sell our product on. So it is going to affect all of us. So those in the tourism business, those in the taxi association, those at all levels, it is a collective. The Bible says righteousness, righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to everybody. So those type of activities will affect each and every one of us. And so we all must be concerned and put our hands on the table to see how collectively we can solve that problem. Thank you, man.
My brother, very, very, very serious advice there. Errol, thank you very much. We're going to switch the conversation here. And of course, those of you who missed it, of course, Mr. Goodwin Friday was sworn in as the 7th Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we'll hear from Mr. Raul Gonzalez. He's finally his concession speech. Many think it was not the right one, but let's listen to this swearing-in ceremony there just for a minute there, and then we'll switch to Mr. Raul Gonzalez. Remember, today is election day in St. Lucia. Stick around. Let's listen a little bit.
Do swear that I will well and truly serve the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the office.
That again.
Oh, help me, God.
Mrs. Friday, how are you? It's lovely to meet
Yeah, that was just Mr. Goodwin Friday, serving as the Prime Minister of St. Vincent. Many were saying, well, we are not hearing from Mr. Gonzalez. Well, finally, he gave a concession speech. Let me allow you to hear, if you did not hear on the weekend. And we'll talk about that a little after that, as we can conclude this morning's hot tip. Stick around for Mr. Ralph Gonzalez, former Prime Minister of St. Vincent. Mr. Gonzalez.
Of the Caribbean and the world. 2 days ago, on November the 27th, a free and democratic people participated in competitive elections, which resulted in a change of government. I congratulate the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, including those who supervised and managed the electoral process and the relevant democratic state institutions, for their continued commitment to popular democracy. We in the Unity Labour Party are not among those who insist that democracy only works when we win and cry foul when we lose. We in the ULP always accept the will of the people, whether we win or lose elections. Indeed, our great party has contributed immensely to the building of the democratic institutions that underpin our electoral democracy. I thank the people of the constituency of North Central Windward for electing me yet again, and overwhelmingly so, for the 8th successive time since February 1994, over 31 years ago. I belong to my constituents. We belong to each other. Their trust and confidence in me have endured through all the changing scenes of life and living. The anchor holds. Their God is my God. And wherever we go, we know that we go together with God's grace in profound solidarity and love. I thank to the great team of candidates of the Unity Labour Party and all our activists, organizers, and supporters for their heroic efforts in the recently concluded campaign. Some of these defeated candidates will no doubt return to the electorate again, but others are unlikely to. Time and circumstances will so determine. Even at this difficult time for my country, my party, and me, I yet again reaffirm from the depths of my unconquerable soul and the determined spirit of my being, my deep and enduring love for my constituents and all the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I repeat, I yet again reaffirm from the depths of my unconquerable soul and the undiminished spirit of my being, my deep and enduring love for my constituents and all the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is a love that is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is a love that brings immense joy, but also occasions pain. The weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Hallelujah for the joy. I assure each and every one of you that in the fell clutch of the circumstance of my party's defeat, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloodied but unbowed. Fate, history, and circumstance have conspired to accord me another role after the near 25 years of dutiful service to you as your Prime Minister. I shall with dignity, duty, and love assume the role of leader of the opposition until propitious circumstances determine otherwise. I have trod this road before. It is not unfamiliar to me. Please be assured that the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It is my lot to accept, indeed prefer, a strenuous life to one of ignoble ease. There remain in me no personal vanities or demons to overcome. I accept, after prayerful consideration, that I have been set apart and blessed for a time like this. But clearly I cannot and would not proceed alone. Across our lands and seas today, the many thousands of the defeated Labour Army are in shock and pain. So too are the other thousands who opted wrongly, in my view, to stay at home for this or that reason, rather than embrace Labour's large and compelling vision of owning our future. I truly feel your pain. Still, now is not the time for pity or wallowing in the despond of despair. It is now more urgent than ever for all of us, including those who deserted the family of Labour, to defend the immense gains which our people have come to know and accept over the past near 25 years of ULP governance, and to advance them further. Believe me this, at this very height of the NDP's triumphalism, it is the moment start of their descent. And descend they will. The unraveling usually commences imperceptibly and then becomes a flood of disarray as the center cannot hold and things fall apart. History and experience so teach. And in our fast-changing world, the clock of their demise is already ticking. So what is the line of march that the leadership of the ULP is providing? First, we must understand that our political setback is temporary and must be altered into a permanent advance. Thus, let us turn this setback into an advance. Secondly, there must be renewal. Renewal, rebuilding is sweet. Indeed, it is the sweetest of life's experiences. And within and outside the Labour family, there is abundant material, some even hidden or submerged, which is available for renewal. In doing so, we must listen to our parents and grandparents, but also to our daughters and our sons. The ultimate purpose of this renewal is to make a whole daughter and a whole son, broken, not necessarily perfect ones, out of the compromises and contradictions that our history and circumstances have made us. Thirdly, we must defend resolutely our gains and advance them further. And fourthly, we must resist also resolutely, in every material particular, any attempt by the new regime to sell out St. Vincent and the Grenadines or its patrimony. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. There is thus a clear roadmap for us on the way forward. Details will emerge. Already, there are disturbing undercurrents that are emanating from certain quarters within or closely aligned to the new regime. Threats of political persecution and political victimization are already being openly and not so openly ventilated, not only against me and my immediate family, but far more importantly against Labour supporters and activists, especially those in the public sector, but also in the private sector. Be assured that active political resistance, peacefully and legally, will meet any such political persecution or victimization. I can be relied upon to lead such a resistance. Do not mistake the strength of my will in this regard. I shall be reasonable in striving, seeking, and finding, but I will not yield to injustice, unfairness, bad governance, or the selling out of my country, this magnificent component of our Caribbean civilization, to which I have devoted my entire life in service. On a personal note, I expect that as a former Prime Minister, especially one of many years of service, that I shall be accorded all the usual courtesies and privileges attendant upon the former holders of this high office, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, consonant with the practices of civilized nations. Any derogation therefrom will be brought to the attention of the national, regional, and international communities for corrective action. Tomorrow, I am convening a meeting of the collective leadership of our great party to receive advice on the two individuals to be appointed as senators in our unicameral legislature. Clearly, given the lopsided majority of the new regime in the parliament, we in the opposition will be routinely outvoted. But the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will judge us on the basis of the quality of our work, which I assure you will be of the highest standard. And across our country, outside of Parliament, by our works, you will know us even better and more assuredly. Labour is very much alive. We shall rendezvous with the electorate formally again in 2030 or before, as the circumstances demand or admit. I want to remind everyone that although we won only one seat, we secured some 44% or thereabouts of the popular vote. I have not yet seen all the final numbers, but it's in that ballpark. I remind everyone too that this is a significant base of support, larger than that of the NDP when that regime fell in 2001. So do not take Labour for granted. I shall be saying all of this ages and ages hence. Two roads diverge in the woods, and I chose the one least traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Morning by morning, new mercies we see. All that we need, thy hand had provided. Great is thy faithfulness. Thank you, and may Almighty God continue to bless us all. Be safe, be firm, be resolute, be patriotic, be loving, until we meet again, in voice or in person.
You know, many persons have been saying, Mr. Gonzalez didn't really accept, He never even congratulated the new team for their victory at the polls. Was this really a concession speech? It's time to give it up, comrade. Many suggesting, let it be. What power can do to some people, huh? Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes.
Mr. Peltier.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, Matt, I was on the phone there with my sister. What I hear a lot, but what I did not hear, did he congratulate his opponent?
No, not at all. Not at all.
And you just said what power can do to some people. That's the statement you made, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Matt, these are people. These politicians are feeding on the ignorance of the people. They are feeding on the uneducated and the fanatics. The people that are just. So they follow the leaders blindly. They will do anything. They're extreme in their support. They're ready to kill and die for their party and their leader, not for the country. If you listen to Raul Gonzalez there, he's politely bitter. Wouldn't that be a good description, Matt?
I think so. That's how.
I listen the government that is politely bitter. You have not even acknowledged you got whooped if you refuse to congratulate your opponent. And now you want to be accorded with all the accolades that other former prime ministers and that is the objective.
I don't know what happened again, Blessings. Your phone seemed to have gone out. But again, I'll play a commentary from some Vincentians there, I think based in Canada, giving their own, feel of this concession speech of Mr. Gonzalez, on Saturday. They seem very, very disappointed. Vincentians speaking to that. Hello, telephone, are you there? That's about 1 o'clock.
I was about calling to say the same thing. I didn't hear he congratulated his opponent.
No.
For such a wonderful landslide victory. He didn't do that. But he asking for everything that going with he's supposed to be receiving. He did. But one thing I heard him say, and I agree with him, the country should maybe move on. Maybe they make enough money, or they make enough money in that country by not selling their patrimony. I mean, they sell their passports. Do not do it. Not to go down that road, because the country have enough resources and they know how to get it and from who they get it, and not by selling their passport. So other government should not do that. Because when I see St. Vincent have helicopters, Matt, you know that? St. Vincent have 2 helicopters. They have international airport. They have big, nice hospitals, all equipment. See that in the big, I remember a couple of years ago, somebody hit Ralph Wakul washing his head, and his helicopter took him to Barbados. You can remember that? We haven't got that, Matt. Look at our country. For the man that dare to say he's doing his best to build up the country, you giving, how I would put it, Matt? How many percent the increase was, Matt?
You'll find out this afternoon. We're exploring that this afternoon. We're exploring that.
Let me just say one thing. Okay, you give increase in wages by 1% and 1.5%, but you're taking 92.9% for yourself by buying a vehicle cost $92,000 US, luxurious vehicle, while you giving the people peanuts. But why is that man doing that? And yet still the people will be still blowing a trumpet, saying they love their PM. Somebody can't stop doing that. Love your country and love people that's standing for their country. You see what, man, that's the reason I love Mr. L. People can say what the hell they want. Mr. L, I used to listen to Mr. L when you saw that program, and I could hear the way that man used to speak and the things he was saying. The man loved his country and would do anything for his country. But thy will be done. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Thy will be done. It's 10:53 in the morning. We're going to come back, of course, after this. I will take a phone call to wrap it up this morning.
It is our 46th Global View on Q show for 2025, and we continue to engage with our local, regional, and global Q family listeners and friends of Dominica at home and abroad. My co-host is Justice Dr. Irving Andre, and our guests are former Dominica UN Ambassador Christine Gregoire, social scientist Simeon Joseph, Attorney Gabriel Christian, and former CSA General Secretary Alvin Thomas. We will engage in a no-holds-barred review of lessons to be learned from the recent St. Vincent and the Grenadines general election and ask, where do we in Dominica go from here amid missed opportunities for Dominicans in agriculture, agribusiness, manufacturing, tourism, foreign relations, modern healthcare, state-of-the-art education, and other fields in preparation for the era of knowledge industry. And here are some issues and questions. Have Vincentian voters struck a blow to leadership of entitlement? Have they rejected dynastic democracy in their country? Have they demonstrated that power lies in the people rather than in their leaders? Have St. Vincent and the Grenadines set the tone for conducting truly free and fair elections? As St. Vincent become a beacon for its island neighbors like Dominica, the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines demonstrated that after a regime has been in office for 25 years, it is time to make a change, no matter what. And are we bearing witness to the rise and fall of tin pot dictatorships in the Eastern Caribbean, where plans for personal enrichment are paramount? As I always say, thinking forward towards 2028 or to Dominica's 50th anniversary of independence, what are the people's expectations for their own well-being? Are they satisfied with their current conditions and lack of economic and social progress? What are they doing about that? We look forward to the suggestions of our panel, Justice Dr. Irving Andre, former Dominica Union Ambassador Christian Gregoire, social scientist Simeon Joseph, Attorney Gabriel Christian, former CFA General Secretary Alvin Thomas, and our listeners, callers, and viewers on Facebook and on YouTube, on our no-holds-barred review of lessons to be learned from the recent St. Vincent and the Grenadines general election, and ask, where do we in Dominica go from here? Amid missed opportunities for Dominicans in agriculture, agribusiness, manufacturing, tourism, foreign relations, modern healthcare, state-of-the-art and education and other fields in preparation for this era of knowledge industry. So tune in to the Global Beyond Q Tuesday night, 8 p.m. for much more.
So much bloodshed and sorrows. There is nothing you don't want to tomorrow. So many mothers crying, so many funerals. When we lead it,
Yummy.
Yummy.
Looking for something sweet, chewy, delicious, or even crunchy? We've got you covered. Mars and Wrigley's products are the perfect pick for all your sweet tooth cravings. Available in M&M's, Twix, Milky Way, Snickers, Skittles, and even gummies. So next time your cravings are at an all-time high, choose Mars and Wrigley's.
Available at Fine Foods Inc. distribution or your favorite supermarket island-wide.
Peter, where did you put the Lay's chips?
Oh, shucks. I forgot them at home on the counter.
You must be joking. Boy, turn around. No chips, no picnic. He knows that whether it's a picnic, entertaining at home, snacks for the children, or just liming, we always have Frito-Lay chips and snacks with a wide variety of brands, all made natural and continually improving on their products. Frito-Lay snacks is a must for any occasion. There is more than just fun in Frito-Lay snacks. Distributed by Fine Foods Inc. and available at shops and supermarkets all around Dominica. Forgot them at home. He want to spoil my day. Frito-Lay, good food.
Fresh Market Pharmacy has expanded to customers with its new additional location at Best Price. 2 convenient locations on the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard and at Best Price Riverbank. Fresh Market Pharmacy provides over-the-counter medication, health and personal care, prescription drugs, and natural supplements. Our experienced pharmacists and technicians provide the best quality services. Call 225-6883 255-6875. WhatsApp 316-0310. Your prescription bill just got lowered.
This lady asked me, sorry sir, where's D&D Plumbing and Electricals now everybody talking about? I said, ma'am, D&D is located on 2nd Federation Drive, Goodwill, above Nagico. It's that green and orange building. D&D, we also do services and sales, general plumbing such as PVC pipes and fittings, kitchen faucets, bathroom faucets, shower valves, and all the other functional parts needed for your loo or toilet. At D&D Plumbing, we have in stock inline ball valves, check valves, and all the other parts that are necessary for a job well done. And now for the big one, baby, don't forget your drain busters to unplug your waste pipes. People don't have to know your business. D&D also got your pressure reducing valve to reduce water intake, thus reducing your plumbing expenses. The reason why customers just keep coming to D&D is because of the great customer service, exceptional product knowledge, and hard to find plumbing items and tidbits. D&D on Lower Federation Drive, the full comprehensive plumbing services, repairs, maintenance, and installations. Just watch out for the green.
looking for is you.
Best price, best price. Everything is nice. And oh, you will love the price. Convenient and easy. Make shopping breezy.
The luxury of everything in one supermarket located on the riverbank with parking. Best Price open daily all week with home store decor for every room, pharmacy for all prescriptions and over-the-counter medications, supermarket for all your grocery items, fresh produce and frozen.
What you're looking for is all at Best Price.
What you're looking for is that value.
The Gospel Music Event of the Year is here. The NIPP Gospel Song Contest Season 3 Grand Finale. 11 dynamic participants: Renick Toussaint, Kervel Xavier Matthew, Shadrach Abona, Eversley Collier, Elisha Rowe, Nikisha Yearwood Change, Makana Charles, Leon Royer, Evelyn Levan, Joy, Edward Julian, and Hendrik Sherdell, along with uplifting guest performances to include last year's winner, Niall Girl, Jake Crow, Julian Revere, and Jerry Lloyd. It's all happening December 7, 2024, 8 p.m. at the old Coca-Cola Factory, Valley Road, Roseau. Tickets $40 and $125 VIP. Sold at Robinson's Bakery and Robinson's Grocery Store. Come, lift up the Lord and support gospel music ministry in Dominica.
Auto Trade introduces our newest line of lubricants, Valvoline, America's first branded motor oil. Valvoline has been formulating and improving motor oil longer than any other brand. From the world's first racing oil to the world's first synthetic blend, Valvoline has been trusted in engines around the world for over 150 years. Make the switch today. Choose Valvoline, the original motor oil. At Auto Trade, we only recommend the best in quality because at Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle. It's a relationship. Valvoline Lubricants, now distributed by Auto Trade.
Already 11:02. That's where we come to the end of this morning's hot set. We're monitoring the elections there in St. Lucia. Be some information on the ground. There's a large voter turnout there. As my reports indicate that it looks like 50-50, huh? With a slight edge at this time of the Labour Party. But you never know how things will turn at the end. But it's a tight race there in St. Lucia. The last conversation I had with Mr. Chastney last evening, quote, it looks great. Well, information on the ground suggests it looks like a 50-50. The edge, I'm just predicting, they're predicting will go to the Labour Party. But again, we'll have to wait and see how St. Lucians go this evening. Until I'm back on your radio this afternoon there, Talk on the Block. This is it for me.
It is our 46th Global View on Q show for 2025, and we continue to engage with our local, regional, and global Q family listeners and friends of Dominica at home and abroad. My co-host is Justice Dr. Irving Andre, and our guests are former Dominica UN Ambassador Christine Gregoire, social scientist Simeon Joseph, Attorney Gabriel Christian, and former CSA General Secretary Alvin Thomas. We will engage in a no-holds-barred review of lessons to be learned from the recent St. Vincent and the Grenadines general election and ask, where do we in Dominica go from here amid missed opportunities for Dominicans in agriculture, agribusiness, manufacturing, tourism, foreign relations, modern healthcare, state-of-the-art education, and other fields in preparation for the era of knowledge industry. And here are some issues and questions. Have St. Vincent voters struck a blow to leadership of entitlement? Have they rejected dynastic democracy in their country? Have they demonstrated that power lies in the people rather than in their leaders? Has St. Vincent and the Grenadines set the tone for conducting truly free and fair elections? Has St. Vincent become a beacon for its island neighbors like Dominica? Have the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines demonstrated that after a regime has been in office for 25 years, it is time to make a change, no matter what? And are we bearing witness to the rise and fall of tin pot dictatorships in the Eastern Caribbean, where plans for personal enrichment are paramount? As I always say, thinking forward towards 2028 of the Dominica's 50th anniversary of independence, what are the people's expectations for their own well-being? Are they satisfied with their current conditions and lack of economic and social progress? What are they doing about that? We look forward to the suggestions of our panel, Justice Dr. Irving Andre, former Dominican Ambassador Christian Gregoire, social scientist Simeon Joseph, Attorney Gabriel Christian, former CFA General Secretary Alvin Thomas, and our listeners, callers, and viewers on Facebook and on YouTube on our no-holds-barred review of lessons to be learned from the recent St. Vincent and the Grenadines general election, and ask, where do we in Dominica go from here amid missed opportunities for Dominicans in agriculture, agribusiness, manufacturing, tourism, foreign relations, modern healthcare, state-of-the-art education, and other fields in preparation for this era of knowledge industry. So tune in to the Global Beyond Cube Tuesday night, 8 p.m. for much more.
How much blood saved and sorrows? There is nothing no more to tomorrow. So many mothers crying, so many funerals. When we lead it, when it don't count and the money doesn't hurt you. Fresh market, we are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. Well stocked supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. When money don't count and your pocket doesn't hurt you. Fresh market, never disappointed. What you're looking for is our best price. What you're looking for is our best price. Best price. Where everything is nice and oh, you love the price. Convenient and easy. Make shopping breezy.
The luxury of everything in one supermarket located on the riverbank with parking. Best price open daily all week with home store, decor for every room, pharmacy for all prescriptions and over-the-counter medications, supermarket for all your grocery items, fresh produce and frozen.
What you're looking for is all at best price. What you're looking for is value.
Tune in every morning for The Hot Seat on Q95, the latest happening event, breaking stories, and behind-the-scenes in-depth investigative reports. Stay locked for more fair and balanced talk on The Hot Seat on Q95, the big station.
And I want to see that this country comes together and we put ourselves back to the wheel and basically work to build.
From AutoTrade, incredible savings are here. Take advantage of AutoTrade's Thrifty Thursday promotion. Mark your calendars. On the last Thursday of each month, AutoTrade is offering up to 20% off items throughout the store. Yes, 20% off. But wait, there's more. Keep your eyes peeled for our exclusive Deal of the Day offer, bringing you even bigger discounts on select items. Whether you're looking for car accessories, maintenance essentials, or just browsing for a great deal, we've got you covered. So be sure to swing by AutoTrade every last Thursday. At AutoTrade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
Yummy.
Yummy.
Looking for something sweet, chewy, delicious, or even crunchy? We've got you covered. Mars and Wrigley's products are the perfect pick for all your sweet tooth cravings. Available in M&M's, Twix, Milky Way, Snickers, Skittles, and even gummies. So next time your cravings are at an all-time high, choose Mars and Wrigley's.
Available at Fine Foods Inc. distribution or your favorite supermarket island-wide.
Hardware and home improvement, building supplies for you, kitchen appliances, even home decor too. Lumber, lawn, all your garden supplies, plumbing, welding, electrical supplies. Visit Do It Center at the former Jane Asset Hardware location on Goodwill Road. Call us at 255-6890. Do it. Center.
Easy Rock 95.1. More rock, less